it's yours truly, MusicClues.
Hey, subscribers, it's Ethan here.
All right, and welcome to our next gen live stream. Me and Ethan are going to be talking about all things next gen, including our plans for launch for the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. We will also be talking about, let me see, what else will we be talking about? We will also talk about Ethan's stages for the PlayStation 5 in terms of what he's buying, because we still don't know. And then we will talk about some future plans for the Go Gamers in terms of current gen gaming videos and so yeah. But first things first. So as you guys know, the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 are coming very fast here. We already know the release. So first things first, we got to go over release date. So we still don't have a definitive window for the PlayStation 5 yet.
Yeah, like I said, we're not going to talk about the rumor-wise about it.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we won't be talking about any rumors like we usually do. But small heads up. But we do know when the Xbox Series X is launching, and that will be this November. Just don't know when in November.
Yeah.
Now in terms of launch games, Eve has no idea what to buy at launch because we still don't know exactly what's going to be at launch for him. As for me, all my games for Xbox One, 360, and the original Xbox will be backwards compatible with the Xbox Series X. So I will pretty much have plenty of games, but I do plan to buy a new one, and that will be Yakuza 7, Song of Life. So yeah, that is my launch title personally. Now as for Ethan, we have no idea what his launch title is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I know for like launch windows, but not launch titles. One launch title had to be a free-to-play game called Godfall.
Exactly. But can you really count that as a launch title that Ethan's going to buy if it's free? No. So, yeah, we're not going to go over that. Now, as for price, I have no idea what the Xbox is going to be priced at for Series X, but given previous patterns, it's probably going to be somewhere in the $200 range, $200 to $400, $300 range, or even $500 to match possibly PlayStation. Or it's going to be anywhere in the $100 to $300 range. I doubt it's going to be about $300 though. Maybe Xbox Series S.
Right.
We ever get if that. But Xbox Series X, I'm not expecting to be, Well, anyways, as for Ethan, he and I have done some extensive research on PlayStation's past history.
Yup.
For launch prices. And we've come with the conclusion for speculation that it could be anywhere from $300 to $600.
Yep.
Now, the $600 price tag sounds a little nuts, but given what they've priced the PlayStation 3 with all of its features, if 4 includes all of this, it's probably going to be just as much.
Yep.
Now, as for the PlayStation 5 digital, we're expecting that to be a little bit lower.
Yup.
But yeah. Now, in terms of accessories, me and Ethan have been talking over this. I won't have to worry about new accessories because my current controller for the Xbox One, which, by the way, if you haven't already seen it, it's this bad boy, will be compatible with my Xbox Series X. So forward, I won't have to buy a new controller unless I want one of the new Xbox Series X controllers.
Right.
Which is really just an Xbox One controller with a share button. Not that I'm debating that, of course. But as for Ethan, well, we don't know the price of the controller, but given the fact that large controllers usually cost $79, I mean that's what the Pro controller costs.
Right.
My hunch is it's going to be about anywhere from $70 to $89. I doubt they'll go anywhere below 60 due to features that are inside of the dual sets.
Mm-hmm.
Still not used to that.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let Ethan speak a bit here. So, what are your plans in terms of accessories, bud?
All right. So for the PlayStation 5, the only problem is when I do get the PlayStation 5, if I have a chance, accessories is gonna be like unlikely I'll get along with this system if I have the chance. Down the road, I would.
Exactly. Now, in terms of controllers, that's gonna be on a Black Friday sale because me and Ethan are paying straight up $79 for a brand new controller, possibly even more. As for I know what you guys are thinking. What about your live streams? Well, that depends on what the PlayStation 5 comes with. Hopefully, it still has a built-in live. Otherwise, there goes our only source of live streaming directly to you guys. But the good news is that the PlayStation camera will have a free adapter for those who already own it.
Right.
So we don't have to worry about that. For now, at least. But in terms of headsets, that's where our luck runs out. Sony said that some of the headsets work. The ones that Ethan and I got Turtle Beach. And we're not sure if Turtle Beach is going to make a totally new headset for the PlayStation 5 or if they're going to make the old ones backwards compatible. Because if not, then Ethan and I have to wait a while before we can actually talk to you guys via headset.
That's going to be a questionable part, unfortunately.
Yeah. Thankfully, the camera will fix that because it has a built-in mic. But in terms of talking to our friends via headset, I don't know, man.
Right.
But yeah. Okay. Now for Ethan. Now in terms of Ethan's next gen plans, I'll let him go first. So why don't we tell him the phases now? Because of the PlayStation 5 still not having a price or definitive launch date, me and Ethan have been talking behind the scenes, and we decided on October 15th, if we don't hear anything by then that Ethan's got to make a choice here.
Okay, so I already know ahead of time, actually, that consequence. So let's say if there's no price announcement by October 15th, I'll go right ahead and put my risk on the pre-order for the physical version of PlayStation 5, 100 to 200. And I already have it ready to go just in case. So, in that case, if I don't hear by then, I'll risk it.
Exactly. Now, we do have a couple backup options on the case that Ethan does not hear the price until much closer to launch. For me, for Ethan in this case, Ethan will probably buy the physical edition of the PlayStation 5 if it's below $5.
And like I said, we wouldn't know until we know.
Exactly. But if so, he'll just buy the PlayStation 5, and then just set it up, get it all ready to go, and then when Ratchet and Clank finally does come out, which is the one that Ethan wants, then Ethan will definitely buy that game. Will definitely buy that game, and then that will be his first game to play on the system.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is when I do get it, if it's possible, then more likely I might have to just try it out for a bit, and then maybe just put it back where it was, and wait until Ratchet & Clank comes out.
Exactly. And that will depend on when Ratchet and Clank does come out. That's another thing I was going to want to talk about with you guys. So we know that yesterday that the team said that Ratchet and Clank is going to be coming within the launch window.
Well, actually, it was like 2 days ago.
Sorry, 2 days ago. Launch window.
Actually, ago.
Sorry, 2 days ago. Launch window. But I don't know what they mean. Do they mean like the first 3 to 5 months, or do they mean a whole within the first year of the PlayStation station?
They didn't say. They only said launch window. That was it.
Exactly. So yeah,
looks like the game is already ready. Like got already in the development a little bit faster than Spider-Man though. Because I don't think I know Spider-Man is gonna be like a launch title. We know it's gonna be a launch window, but not launch title.
Exactly. Now, as for Ratchet and Clank, as for Ratchet and Clank, well, my hunch is the fact that they showed off a little bit more gameplay. They're either still in early alpha or they finally entered the beta stage of development. Now, my hunch is that it's either going to be coming out in early 2021.
Didn't say.
Or sometime in the holidays for 2021. But I'm guessing since they said launch window early 2021. So if that's it, on the off chance that is the case, if Ethan only has to wait like 1 month, I think he can hold out the purchase.
I mean, like I said, we don't know until we know. So
yeah, we
do not know yet.
We do not know. But again, that's just something to keep. We're keeping in mind of what we could do if we know the price and the launch date of the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as for our next gen gameplay coverage plans.
Coverage plans? Well, what do you mean? You're talking about the PlayStation 5?
Yeah. In terms of gameplay coverage. Now, you guys are probably wondering, what does this mean for me and Ethan in terms of recording PlayStation and Xbox Series X games? I'm not too worried about the Series X. Not so sure about the PlayStation 5 at the moment.
Well, let's just say we already know that there's going to be some games for PlayStation 4. He's going to actually have some backwards compatibility on it.
Exactly. So in terms of backwards compatibility titles, if we have to buy it for the PlayStation 4 and then play it on the PlayStation 5, we're both not so sure what games we'll be buying.
Or it'll be backwards compatibility for the system one, since I have PlayStation 4 games. Well, might work on that.
Exactly. Here's our catch though. Will it be physical or digital only?
They didn't say.
If it's physical only, you, me and Ethan are gonna have to both consider some smaller options, some decisions on whether we need to repurchase some of our games digitally, which is gonna be the stinky part of it.
That will be not like a PlayStation 2 backwards compatibility, unfortunately.
Yep.
If that's true, that is.
Yeah, me and Ethan will have to make some crucial decisions whether we have to buy some of these games digital again or not, if it's only digital. I doubt Sony do that, but to pick and choose, because we can't buy every single one again. We don't have that time or the money to do so.
Right.
If it's physical, then I mean, if it could leave us out of the league.
They should do that, honestly. That would save a lot of people's time.
And a lot of people's money, especially for RPGs. I know you guys don't mind buying games twice if you really love the RPG, but for every single one, nobody knows this.
Sorry about that, folks. It's nothing. Sorry about that, folks.
But yeah. like I said, if it's physical and digital, well, both good. But there's another catch: DLC.
I don't know what to tell you, folks.
Yeah. Now that's not to say to me, Ethan, I'm too worried about DLC. See, really, there's very little we bought in terms of DLC on PlayStation. Although I am a little worried for Ethan on Mortal Kombat because he did buy the Combat Aftermath pack, Mortal Kombat 11 After Pack, and if that's not backwards compatible with the 5.
Well, again, like I said, Sony has to bring things up eventually. They already bought up the what the system looks like, but they should just keep mentioning what PlayStation 5 is gonna be since it's getting close. And you guys mentioned saying, "Hey, it's gonna come out this year. Don't worry about it." Well, if that's the case, then spill the beans.
Yeah, their hands seem to be tied with something else, and I'm not sure what.
They should just. If I was them, don't say it's gonna come out this year, because now you're gonna make people like me expecting you guys sometime sooner say something about the price.
Especially because me and Ethan need to plan this around. Well, if they both launch in November, Thanksgiving dinners.
They should just not say anything. In my opinion, if I was the company, don't say that, because you're gonna make people expecting what the price is sooner. Now you're gonna make me expect it.
In fairness, Microsoft hasn't spoken up yet, but yeah.
Well, they already spoken already about when it comes out. That's kind of a bad choice, in my opinion. Bad choice.
Yeah. So the sooner or later you got to give at least a launch month for when the PlayStation 5 is coming out.
That's a bad choice. I didn't say it's gonna come out sometime this year. That's a bad.
Yeah.
That's a bad move, I should say.
Yeah, but me and Ethan a little impatient when it comes to Sony, given some of the recent business moves. I understand it from the business side, of course for some of them, but given the recent business moves and some of the games that we played from them, you could say our patience has kind of worn a little.
Mm-hmm.
So the sooner the better.
I know.
Now in terms of what games we'll be buying after the launch, of course, outside of Ratchet and Clank and Yakuza, me, Ethan, are probably going to take at least a 2-month break before buying any more games.
Yeah.
But we do have pre-orders for upcoming new gen games, so I'm not too worried.
Mm-hmm.
And as for as for what we'll buy possibly after our launch titles in terms of for new gen, more than likely we both have been thinking about Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Well, yeah.
There's a couple titles, but honestly, I think that's the only one I want.
Well, there's other titles like they just from DC I do want to try. One is I wait for the gameplay. The other one, I have right to say, you know what? I'll go ahead and pre-order that game day one called Gotham Knights.
Indeed.
But that's also going to be coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 for current gen and the next gen of both sides.
So we'll probably just buy the current gen copy to keep us both tied over.
Yup.
But that probably means that next gen we're gonna have to wait on.
Well, for the certain games, yes.
So yeah. Now, let me see. We've gone over a lot. Is there anything else that we missed?
In terms of it comes out of the next gen, not the system, the next gen. Well, let's see. I thought we missed a few things like Ryzen, the new Ryzen for the sequel.
Oh yeah, the new Ryzen game that Ethan and I have been talking about. We now we'll do a little bit of speculation on when some of these next gen games are coming out outside of the third party because they've been the release windows at least.
Right.
Now in terms of Horizon for PlayStation, they showed us a trailer, but I'm really assuming that unless the game's been in development for quite some time that we're not going to get it until late next year.
Right.
Let me see. Sackboy looks like it's almost completely done. So I would assume that that's going to be a PlayStation 5 launch title.
Oh boy.
Let me see.
Now people are still hoping for Demon's Souls is going to be like a launch window, looks like.
Yeah, I hope so too, because there's a lot of people who want Demon's Souls.
I'll be honest. Nah, I'll pass because I figure it's going to be like another. I'll be honest. Nah, I'll pass because I figure it's going to be like another Dark Souls clone game.
And Ethan's already trying to get through the anime-based one, Code Vein. He used to say he's gone pretty far, but yeesh, Bandai Namco knows how to make a game.
Yeah, they do.
Well, sometimes.
Well, from software, actually, they do.
True. Yeah. Let me see. Is there anything else?
Okay, for the terms of the next gen, of course. I mean, let's talk about like what games that on the PlayStation 5 will play for the PlayStation 4 games that can be playable. It has to be like playable, most playable. If it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. So let's go over PlayStation 4 exclusives. Of course, there's a lot of exclusives we got to go over. So let's start with the popular ones that me and Ethan know, and then we will go from there.
I would say Uncharted 4 would be first. Actually, Bloodborne and Uncharted 4, I could say first.
Yeah, those for sure will be backwards compatible.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Also, the Uncharted collection.
That too. I mean, maybe it would happen.
Horizon Zero Dawn?
Oh, I think it's gonna totally happen.
Given the sequel, duh.
Let's see. God of War. Not gonna be surprised.
Wouldn't be shocked even.
The Last Guardian. I don't think I heard anybody talk about that game that much.
Yeah, big chance that one's not going to be backwards compatible.
It depends. Who knows? It might get lucky, but my guess is not. Might be. Well, remaster or part 2 you're talking about.
Yep.
I think it's gonna happen in both.
Well, duh. Especially part 2.
Yeah.
Let's not get into part 2. Ethan's got a long, lengthy description about that one, and I don't think this be the good time to talk about it.
I'm with ya.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, it's gonna totally happen. Right now I'm seeing it. A lot of people playing it.
And if it doesn't at launch, Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, it's gonna totally happen. Right now I'm seeing it. A lot of people playing it.
And if it doesn't at launch, Sony launch. Sony almost barely saved your skin.
Yeah, I know. Of course I did.
Yeah, let me see. Detroit Become Human?
Detroit. Oh, actually, I think I see people played it. I noticed.
About enough?
I guess maybe.
Yeah, 50-50 chance. Oh, Spider-Man. Duh.
Oh, I can see Spider-Man will work.
Yeah, for sure. That one's happening.
Yeah, I see a lot of people played it too.
Yep. Unless we're missing any more exclusives, I guess we can move on to
Shadow of the Colossus.
Gravity Rush?
I don't think Gravity Rush is gonna happen.
Me neither. Yeah, later maybe, but not right away. Shadow of the Colossus?
That's what I was mentioning, yeah.
It's a fan favorite, but I haven't heard it too much since the release, so I'm not sure.
Me either.
Anything else?
Not what I can remember.
All right, let's move on to fighting games then. Obviously, and this is probably the most obvious, Street Fighter 5 will have to be backwards compatible. I mean, given the fact that we still have one more DLC pass left.
Yep.
So no doubt in my mind there's going to be more.
Tekken 7, I see it playing more popular lately.
Oh, yes. Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear.
More popular lately.
Oh, yes. Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. For sure.
I don't think I hear a lot of people talk about it, unfortunately.
Central Faction and Cross Tag Battle for Blaze Blue, I can definitely see happening. Let me see. Is there anything else?
Oh, what about, we're talking about Mortal Kombat. There's 2 Mortal Kombat games.
10 and 11.
Yes.
10?
I think it's going to happen. I've seen some people played it.
Yeah, and, well, duh, of course 11.
Yeah, yep.
Let me see.
Dead or Alive. Don't hear a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah, outside of lunch, yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Ethan.
Jump Force? It's possible. I hear some people talked about it.
Whether it's positive or negative. So, yeah, it might go. But how much you want to bet by Namco's going to sell? Totally new. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Jump Force. Well, later on we'll talk about plans for Jump Force Ultimate Edition, which just on Switch as of yesterday.
Yep.
Let me see. I think that's it.
For fighting games?
Yeah, more than likely. If we think of anything else. Oh, duh! How can we forget about Samurai Showdown?
Yeah, but that one, it's not that. But maybe not.
50 chance. Depends on that. Depends if SNK wants to actually do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it.
What about Final Fantasy VII Remake? I can see it happening.
Oh, we're gonna move it. Okay. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Well, obviously, I think that's happening considering Part 2 has to be on those systems.
What about Witcher 3? I can see it.
Too.
Because it's popular.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Well, in my own eyes.
Yeah. Persona?
Popular.
But how much you want to bet Atlas is going to do a bit, make you rebuy it?
Possible, I guess.
Another company a little too loud. Well, I just don't expect them to let it go for free.
Oh, shoot. What about Persona 5 Royal? That's an upgrade version.
Ooh. Something tells me that vanilla will not be Royal well. Which will probably cross people's hands.
Yeah.
Let me see. Dragon Quest 11.
Possible, I guess.
Yeah, possible. Now we don't have many Tales of games that I can recall, but Tales of Vesperia is one that Ethan's played. I think that one's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Tales of Vesperia, which again should have come first instead of Vesperia. Just Vesperia should have come first and then Vesperia.
Well, whatever.
Well, yeah, whatever. Let me see. Any other RPGs you can pick off the top of your head?
That's what I'm trying to do. What about Ateliers?
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? That's what I was gonna say. Ateliers. Oh shoot, we forgot to talk Soul Calibur. That's a fighting game we forgot.
Oh, that's true. Soul Calibur.
6. That's the only one. 6. That's the only one I would say.
Yeah, that's the only one. So yeah.
Well, and then the Xbox gets lucky with other Soul Calibur games. I play shit.
Too bad, too sad. Now let's hope another was so Calibur 4 for Xbox. And not 5! Cough, cough!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as you can tell by my attitude, me even not big fans. Anyways, continuing on.
Mm-hmm. Looking about this one. There's like
Other games.
not what I know of.
All right. Well, I guess the last thing, a pretty good job. Pretty decent, like I said, but it's not really gonna help. So, yeah.
I like we're
gonna split the price.
Yeah, eventually for
Face Channel 5 VR.
mine's Beat Saber.
Of course it be. Call me musical one. But yeah. Eventually you can see PlayStation VR content on PlayStation.
Right.
That's currently what current gen plan after the launch, like maybe a couple months after the launch, to let you know what you think about PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X a couple months to launch.
Well, like I said, though, I already got my plans. I'm not that type of person who want that.
Me neither. Now, don't get me wrong. Me and most of our Switch titles, well, most digital when we can.
Not that type of person who would want to do that.
Yeah. Yes, edition.